Okay, I've recorded this like 3 times because I keep explaining the problems I'm having with it and rubber ducking myself and figuring out how to solve these problems. Um, but I need to stop working for the day. So, right, I was slightly naive in my thoughts on how this would work. My original thought was I would, instead of fetching the SAST artifacts, passing them through, I would just fetch an endpoint that gave me the SAST artifacts and send that same data to the UI, and everything would just work fine. Of course, that's not the case for a few reasons. The first one being the endpoint by default returns all the reports. So all the vulnerabilities, for all the reports. So all the SAST reports, all the DAST reports, all the container scanning reports, and all the dependency scanning reports too. This is fine. It's probably a good thing that it returns them all in one endpoint until you realise that pagination is going to be an issue. So if I just let that play through, ignore this. Oh, yeah, that was weird. You can see we've got SAST has got 3 vulnerabilities, dependency scanning has 4, container scanning has 8, and DAST has 1, which seems fine. But when you're requesting a paginated list of 10 vulnerabilities, this gets messed up because it'll detect these 3, and then these 4, and then 3 of these 8, and then not this one because they're not on the first page, or however it arranges it. But you get the point. And knowing when to request the next page is just weird. So yeah, sack that off. I've temporarily added in this and report type SAST, so we only fetch the SAST endpoint for now. I'll come up with a cleaner way later. And then that kind of alleviates the problem a little, in that we get this, where if we look in the network tab, we just get the 3 SAST vulnerabilities from that endpoint because we've specified the report type here. And that's good. We get our 3 SAST vulnerabilities, but pagination is an issue again because it's fine here because we only have 3 vulnerabilities, but if we had 11 plus vulnerabilities, it would still only say 10 because we're returning the first 10 and then we're using the length of that list to render this number here. So they were the 2 issues that I had in the previous recordings. I've solved that first one by doing this report type. That second one is also solvable but requires a little bit more work because what we can actually also get, if we look in the headers, we have this X total of 3, which is the total amount of vulnerabilities. So if we had 303 vulnerabilities, this number would be 303, even though we're only returning 10 at a time, or 20 at a time, actually. But regardless of what that per page number is, the issue still exists at some point. So yeah, we can use this X total to say, you have this many vulnerabilities, but we can only load in the first 10. So what I need to do now, I need to work out. So I've got this X total here, but I need to rewrite how we get this number 3 here to not use the length, but to actually use the number that it's been given, which is coming from the back end. So that's going to be a fun little rewrite. And obviously the next thing I need to do then is add in something that fetches the next 10. So we expand these and we get 10. We want to be able to either somehow paginate this or do like one of them infinite loading, scrolling things. I think we start to do that anyway once we hit a certain height. So that's something I'll need to look into. And yeah, then the next issue, once I've done that, is you might be able to see here where we should be seeing this data with the link and everything, and being able to open up the modal. We just see medium high, medium medium, medium high, and that's because the data returned from the endpoint is slightly different to the data from the artifacts. Oh God, what a day! So yeah, I'll need to translate that, which is going to be fun. Yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. Baby steps, but we're getting there. We're getting there.